Hey there, Floris here from 1moreblock.com. And the live map had a bit of an update now that we've upgraded to Minecraft 1.21.11. And I thought it would be fun to at least point some of them out. There is a cool little debug feature in the bottom here, and you can turn that on. And there are other things under settings that you can configure as well. So you can go through this and make those changes. So if you, there's an option here to take a screenshot. So you can turn that on and off. You can change the language, but you can now also show the chunk borders. And I wish there was a toggle somewhere else for it, but it's here. And the debug one is also there. So you can reset your settings and then reconfigure everything as you like. Under markers, you will now see that World Guard is back, and we now have the warps from the /warps command, and the world border is back. So you can see the red world border indicating the actual limits of the server for that particular world. The blue squares are the World Guard regions. So you can quickly see details of a region. Now, if you have a big area like this and you want to take those coordinates, then just zoom into it, then turn off the World Guard border, and you can click and you can actually get the coordinates. So this is also kind of new. The chunk and the region, you don't need that probably. But the block is at a certain coordinate, and you can click it, and then that is in your clipboard, so you can get to the exact location for that particular block, the point where you clicked. And seeing how we can get really close, we can get pretty precise with what we want to copy. So that's pretty cool. Now, if you are not sure which of these hundreds of regions you're looking for, you can also dive into the specifics. So you can go to players and then click here and type in Beastie and then click on Beastie, and we found her. So that's cool. You can also go to the World Guard regions and see if does Beastie have a World Guard region? Yes. And there is the temple one. Very cool. A quick way to find something. Does it work with warps? Nope. Oh wait, maybe there's just no Beastie warp. There we go. That's it. Yeah, the Lost Cave one. So you can find warps and figure out where they are. Very cool. So besides toggling things on and off here, you can also go deeper into the menu and use it as a search feature to quickly find what you're looking for. Santa was here temporarily. That's going to disappear soon, and it's going to perhaps be another event world. These might come and go, but all the other worlds are here to stay. The game types, the nether, the ends, and then the general worlds at the top, with spawn being the first one. So that's all there. You can go full screen. You can take a screenshot. You can click update map if that's needed. Let's switch to the wild and show you actually that if you switch between these perspectives, that there is all sorts of stuff happening. Like the chunk border is actually changing with that perspective. So you can use the flat view to really calculate where that corner has to be. And in 3D view, that's a little tougher, but it does show you the perspective of it. And in that really perspective view, you can see that it's also respected. Okay, so in that full screen mode, you can click the full screen, then to get full screen, and then you can use your mouse to navigate, but also WASD on the keyboard. And I think that free view is really cool, so you can navigate around. Definitely worth trying. So take a look at that. You can also enter the details here to any coordinates and it will instantly jump there. I think those are all the fun little new things. A little explanation: if a name is white like this, like highlighted, then they are in the world you're looking at. If they're not, they are in a different world. So that's why sometimes some names are white and some are gray. So I hope that explains it. Let's see, this is just maps, markers. I think we went through everything now. I think so. Yeah. I think we got it covered. Okay, well, that's it. I like having chunk borders enabled, and I like having the markers all enabled, and sometimes I don't need to see my warps once or the world border, so I kind of remove it. But it's a nice indicator, of course. By the way, fun little fact. Because this is the spawn world, right? Just this island, and then there is this radius within the world border. But there is a lot more, and if you zoom out, there's even more. Sometimes players die in one world and they get respawned outside the world border, and then of course they die. That's not supposed to happen, but the chunk is loaded. So that's why these little spots happen. They're just players that, as you can tell, somehow died in another world and then, and then ended up in this world. Like in the middle here, they probably spawned or whatever. So yeah, that's something we have to clean up at some point. But I have to beta test that first. I don't want to accidentally delete something. But we will probably have a bigger region and then purge everything around it because we don't need to load all that stuff. Yeah, so that's a fun little thing. Any questions, just ask. I hope this explains a lot. I am going to take a nap. I am done upgrading to 0.11. It has been a lot of work, and we are at like 96% done. And the map, I didn't know if some of these features were working, but we had people test, and now I also heard the coordinates thing work. So we're done. We are done with the map update. I can take a nap and work on something else. Yeah, very cool that the chunk border is there. Look at how complex it is. That is so cool. This really helps a lot in various situations. Trust me. Okay. Bye.